Saturday night rivalry game, Williams-Brice Stadium. What have they told you?
Yeah, so there's only a few guys on the team who've actually had the chance to go to Williams-Brice Stadium and play South Carolina, but high energy fans, just overall a great atmosphere, and it's going to be competitive. So that's a lot of the things that I've heard.
Grew up in that, Auburn, Alabama area, that rivalry. Was that the one you paid the most attention to, and did you pay any attention at all growing up to Clemson, South Carolina?
Well, yeah, of course, growing up, that was probably a rivalry that I paid attention to. But now, since I'm bleeding a lot of purple and orange, it's kind of shifted my focus. So.
Rook was just in here. Trevor Groves, Tigers.com. Rook was talking about how he's obviously one of the veterans moving on. He played his last game in Death Valley on Saturday, but the fact that he and the other older players on the team, didn't care about the fact that you're not going to a playoff this year, not going to win a national title, but he just wanted to lay that foundation for the future for you young guys. How much does that mean to you?
Gosh, that means a lot, just coming from those older guys. And, it showed in just the way that they've led us throughout the whole year and kind of just brought some of us younger guys along, in every position group on both sides of the ball and every facet of the game. So it means a lot just coming from them. And, we try to reciprocate that, just sending them out with a bang and, just kind of going to this last home game stretch and finish strong away. So that's what we're doing now.
On the forced fumble, what happened on this kind of in the middle of the scrum? How'd you see the ball? You punch it out, or what happened on that play?
Oh, well, I'll just say DeMonte Capehart made that pretty easy for me to do. The guy really couldn't go anywhere, and so I'm coming around the edge and just hit him with a nice little club rip, and the guy was there. He was dead to right. So, yeah, y'all probably all seen how that happened. So.
We've talked to me a lot about DeMonte recently, just with him kind of coming to the forefront a little bit. Just what is he like? What have you learned from him, and what's kind of his work ethic like?
Yeah, Big Cuddy. He's a dude, grown man. It's like what we like to call him. We call him Big Cuddy, and he's really what I would say peaking at the right time. And, he's doing everything right. He's giving his all in practice, and y'all just see the fruits of it, and it's translating into the game. And just natural strength, natural speed, natural athleticism, and it's all on display.
Peter, it seems like, or Dabo says, jokingly every week, it seems like you guys are preparing for a quarterback that could potentially play on Sundays. What's it been like in preparation for Spencer Rattler, and describe the task that it's going to be to slow him down with his weapons?
Yeah, every week our preparation brings us confidence, and that's where we get our confidence as a defense is just strictly from our preparation. And so whenever we're preparing, we're preparing to a standard. And so there's always going to be, a good player because we're playing D1 college football in the ACC or the SEC for this matter across from us. But as long as we prepare to a standard and, how we've set for our defense, then sky's the limit for how we produce.
Peter, Rook was just in here talking about how Coach Sweeney challenged you guys to finish after the NC State game and the 3 wins that have happened since. But among the younger guys on the team, I'm just curious what the conversation has been like about, hey, let's send the seniors off the right way. Let's finish this for them.
You hit it right on the head. That's really been the conversation, sending the seniors out and, like I said earlier, just reciprocating, that same type of energy that they gave to us, making sure that, we have the platform to, take this thing over for the next couple of years. We want them to go out, winners. And so that's been our goal for this back half of the season.
You came from obviously a really dominant high school program, and this year's record probably isn't what you expected for your freshman season, but what do you feel like some of that, that losing period in the middle kind of has taught you individually?
It taught me a lot of lessons. My dad actually had a chance to do the team chapel one day, and he talked about, just how sweet the story would be. And so one of the things that he just mentioned is the turnaround. And that's one thing that I feel like we put on full display is the fact that, a lot of people may have given up on us or some people may have given up, but, we didn't. And we kept relying on each other, and we stayed together as a team. And, you're starting to see, the fruits of that now, I feel like.
Everybody was expecting big things from you coming into this season. It was no surprise. But TJ Parker has had an unbelievable freshman year. At what point did you know that he was special and capable of doing that as a freshman?
I knew in high school, and that's part of the reason why, I wanted him to come here and play with me. I knew that he was a great guy, but, talent, recognize his talent, and TJ has everything talent will take him a far, far way. But it's really how locked in he is and his work ethic that just kind of sets him apart from other people. And like I said, like a lot of the things that I'm saying now, you'll see it on the field. Same thing with Cuddy and Khalil and Avion and just all those guys. There's so many guys I can name that I just don't even want to leave anybody out. But just their talent is off the charts, but their work ethic is what sets them apart. So.
You guys seem particularly tight as a recruiting class, this freshman class. How much fun was it against Georgia Tech last week? Just seeing all of your classmates make these unbelievable plays. Yeah,
bro, it was great, man. It's just really just a blessing to say that I came in with these guys and we came in so tight-knit. There's just really nothing that can break us, and that's really something that carried us through the season, you know what I'm saying? With the ups and downs and the highs and the lows, but, when you got that relationship, you want to do anything for your brother, so.
Nick Eason is kind of seen as a rising star in the coaching industry. What's it been like to work with them, to be recruited by him, and just be in person day-to-day with him now?
Yeah, it's been great. Coach Eason to me is the greatest, that there's ever been, from a developmental standpoint, from, just developing a man standpoint. He just checks all those boxes as a coach, and, there's not really much more I can ask from him, as far as, how we've been producing as a position group and growing as men, so.
Any questions for Peter virtually? Anybody else in the room?
Peter, you're a big guy, so I have to ask you, what's your favorite Thanksgiving food?
I love mac and cheese. Mac and cheese is definitely my favorite. Yeah, mac and cheese is undefeated. Yeah.
You Southern guys.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Thanks, Peter.
Anybody else for P-Woo? All right. Thanks, Peter. Wraps us up.
Appreciate you guys.
Thanksgiving, man.